Hey guys, it's coreross and welcome to 6 News. So today we have exciting news, and that is the teaser trailer for Operation Shifting Tides, which actually shows off our brand new gadgets we're going to get in this season, and they look really cool. So let's watch the entire trailer and I'll be right back.
Testing stopping power, CSRX 300. Biometrics disabled. Commencing test now. That's going to sting. Disruption test LV explosive lance. Repositioning auxiliary walls. Launching on my mark. Mark. A little dramatic, but it does the job. Projectile interception test, magnet system. Let's see how you stack up to the magpie. Collateral damages within acceptable parameters. Marius will have to find some other way to prevent the magnet's deployment.
So there we go guys, the operation will be revealed on November 10th, but of course this actually shows pretty much everything when it comes to the new operators and how they're going to work. So let's do an in-depth of this. We'll probably come back and do even more in-depth video later, but we can take most of what we need out of this right now. And guys, I want to announce that this video is sponsored by Predator Gaming. They're actually the same people sponsoring the Pro League finals this weekend, where the reveal will actually be taking place. And of course, they're supplying all the PC hardware that the pros will actually be playing on. Here's our short promo video for them, and then we'll be jumping right back into the video. So we've got the CSRX 300 sniper rifle. This appears to be bolt action, which is sweet. Mira talks about this sniper rifle actually having biometrics. Now that's not an issue in Rainbow Six Siege because you can't actually pick up someone else's gun. At least you can't right now. And it is an interesting little detail that apparently this is a biometric weapon. So only the new attacking operator would be able to fire it. But of course in this instance, Mira, who is the R&D genius of Rainbow Six, is able to disable it temporarily for now while she has the robots actually shoot it. Now I'll just point out the actual symbol that we see on the helipad in the teaser is on this weapon. Now we don't know what this is. Doesn't actually seem to get into the operator icons at all because we've already seen them. So are we looking at a symbol for this C2U? Normally there are counter-terrorist units that join Rainbow Six Siege. Could this be their kind of symbol for them, because of course they're coming from two different countries? Maybe they've teamed up, maybe they're doing something together and this is the symbol for them together. I don't know, it is a very interesting mystery at this moment. Is it connected to an oil rig or some sort of base? Is it going to be a secret map in the future, or is it just part of their backstory perhaps? Anywho, back to the actual weapon itself. There's clearly an underslung grenade launcher, which is where the gadget is fired from. And of course, it's got its own custom sight as well. However, I don't think this will be thermal or anything like that. So we see it getting fired, and wow, we can actually first of all see the projectile in the air. This is what we cannot see with any guns in the game because they're hit scan. This could mean that this might actually have a physical bullet that we see. I kind of doubt it. I think it's just, for the effects of this trailer. We see it punch through this wall, and holy moly, it makes two big impacts. This is interesting. I wonder how this is going to work. Like, is this sniper rifle going to have reduced damage as it penetrates, or is it going to be full damage? Of course, it's bolt action, so it's not going to be the easiest to use. And I can just imagine being a defender in a little room somewhere, we're all out of reinforcements. We've got this one soft wall, or maybe a couple of soft walls between me and the enemy, and just suddenly there's a massive hole appears as this big ass caliber bullet just comes flying through the wall and almost kills me. And then I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get out of here before this person is able to actually chamber another round into their gun and shoot again. So yeah, kind of looking forward to it. Not sure how it's going to really work. Like, obviously we already have a sniper rifle in the game. Hasn't been a very good thing for Glaz. He's been an issue all the way through the game's development. There's been ups and downs for him. He's been overpowered, underpowered. He's been reworked like crazy. So I am going to be very curious to see how a new sniper is going to work out in Rainbow Six Siege. But let's move on to the actual gadget part of this. So it is the LV explosive lance. And also, just to stop and take in a little bit of detail, up at the top left is what appears to be the operator's icon. So I think this is the icon for the attacker. And it's kind of got an owl with a third eye on it. Kind of curious for sure. And I believe this is what the operator's name will be, and it'll be Kaylee. So this is the lance here that we can see, and it appears to kind of resemble the electric claw with the kind of arms that come out. And it has what looks to be an explosive kind of charge on the end of it. So really interesting for sure. And we actually see it getting used. It gets fired through the hole that she already sniped. So it goes right through, clean through these holes. And then it goes into the reinforced wall. And it pokes out the other side. You can see that there's kind of sparks coming out as it's getting kind of, I guess, as the fuse is going down and it's then going to explode. This is interesting. It means that more than likely you're going to be able to stop the charge on the other side as a defender, because you might actually be able to shoot it, because obviously it's going to hit, it's going to poke through, its arms are going to get left on the other side, kind of like an electro claw, and then the explosive charge actually come through it. So there's a potential for you actually being able to shoot and destroy it before it detonates. We'll have to see if the devs actually let us do that, because of course with the EMP there was a time, for quite a considerable amount of time, where you could actually destroy it with an impact grenade, but that ended up being a unintended bug. So this could be similar to where you can destroy it or you can't. It seems to take a long time to go off, maybe about the same kind of time as a Habana charge. I could see this being really good. It might well stop Bandit from doing his bandit tricking, because this thing potentially might actually hurt you. So it could actually be a lethal gadget as well. I would imagine you could probably shoot someone with this as well, but I would guess it would kind of be like an ash charge. It would bounce off, but it might still detonate. Definitely curious. The fact that it seems to penetrate reinforced walls is definitely kind of cool and not something I expected. If anything, I expected maybe if they were going to make the sniper rifle the gadget, then it would have maybe penetrated reinforced walls. So kind of cool that this gadget does. Wonder if it'll leave a hole behind afterwards as well. There's a lot of unanswered questions with this one, and cannot wait to find out more. But let's move on to the Defender. So the Defender has this powerful electromagnet gadget, and it's very futuristic looking. I quite like the look of it. And again, if we look at the top left hand corner, we have what might be the operator icon for the Defender. It looks kind of like an alien, or maybe a representation of the gadget itself. Not liking this one. Looks a bit weird, but I wonder what it'll look like with the full colours. And I believe the Defender's name will be Wamai, although I might be pronouncing that completely wrong. So the gadget seems to be very similar to Jaeger's active defense system. It gets placed on walls. I'm guessing because it's above this window, it means you can probably throw it and it'll stick to stuff. So you could put it on the floor, you could put it up high, you could put it anywhere you want. Then it has what looks to be a very big radius to grab things in, if this is a representation of that radius. We can also see that Mira's actually using Zophia's grenade launcher in order to actually test this device, which is really cool. And it fires an impact grenade, which is grabbed by the device. It's then pulled in, and that then hovers above the device, where it then seems to be detonated, as such destroying the device. But we don't get to actually see that. I'm only presuming that's what happens. So this one's a really interesting one. Mira, right after the cut, talks about collateral damage. So that would mean that the device itself gets destroyed and anything nearby gets destroyed too. So it makes this be a bit of an issue, because if it grabs a grenade, then the device is done, right off the bat. It only stops one thing, which of course Jaeger can stop multiple. There also seems to be another thing about this device that's a weakness, and that is the range that it actually grabs stuff and the time it takes. So if you actually see, the impact grenade comes in the window, goes at least probably 2 meters before it's then grabbed and pulled in. So if Sophia, say, wanted to destroy some barbed wire, it's quite possible she would be able to impact that barbed wire before the device actually grabs the grenade. There's also other downsides. For instance, you could throw a smoke grenade in, it will grab the smoke grenade, then detonate it. And if you've got a setup like this where it's at a window, that's perfect. That smoke will then obscure the window, glass can be at the window, or someone else can. And that's also useful. I guess on defense, maybe you could use that with Warden. Maybe have a couple of these set up. Smoke comes in, he can then use the smoke. That'd be a nice combo. So yeah, a lot of complexities to this one. I'm so excited for this one because I think this is going to have quite a lot of stuff to test in myth-busting and really could have a lot of depth. I like devices that have a negative and a positive. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this a lot. Anyway guys, that is a CG trailer for Rainbow Six Siege's next season, which of course is called Shifting Tides, and brings us a Kenyan and Indian au pair to Rainbow Six Siege, along with a rework of Theme Park. Anyway guys, thanks very much for watching. I will catch you next time.